did you give him my number?
What are you talking about?
Did you give him my number?
Oh, you. Right, Pippa. What is this big exciting thing you have to tell us?
It's not big or exciting, it's just a thing. So Don brought up how fun it would be to get our show award-winning in some way, whatever award that may be.
It's nice to be rewarded, isn't it? And we haven't had an award. We're not officially award-winning. Yeah.
Which led us on to look at the Trick Awards.
The Television and Radio Industries Club Awards.
Fantastic. So we started Googling the Trick Awards and we discovered that the current chairman of the Trick Awards is Classic FM's Dan Walker.
Dan Walker.
Oh, yes.
It used to be Rob.
Right.
Yeah.
I remember this.
And then Moment, yeah. Mm-hmm. Then you said something along the lines of, "Oh, your best friend, Dan Walker." And I was like...
Right, yeah, because he ignores you.
He ignores you.
Well, so a conversation ensued about Dan Walker.
Yes.
About how...
Dan Walker ignores you. You said hello to him at the photocopy and he blanked you. But he said hello to me, he said hello to Dom.
Yeah.
Said hello to James.
Yeah.
He doesn't like you. And I think you said because he doesn't like women. Is that right?
I did not say that.
He said he's got a problem with women. You should go to HR.
Look, and I did acknowledge this poor guy probably has no idea some random woman in the building thinks he's ignoring her. Right. That said, it was 5:30 in the morning. There wasn't anyone else in the room, and he was about as far away.
And you are a woman.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
He hates women.
You're a witness.
Anyway, so later on, very soon after the show, I got a text message. I got a WhatsApp message from a number I didn't recognise.
Oh no!
Oh.
And their little...
Did the number end with a 6?
Hang on. Yes. Did you give him my number?
What are you talking about?
Did you give him my number?
Oh, who?
Dan.
Dan who? Dan Walker?
Well...
What?
So here's the thing. Like the little kind of avatar that comes up.
Yeah.
Is a very set, something you could Google. It's like a press shot.
Uh-huh.
Right.
So I had this WhatsApp come through and I read it and I'm like, do you know what? I can't reply to this. Well, first, huge mortification, embarrassment.
What's the photo when it comes up with a number?
Right, it's this shot with Dan on a grey background.
That's Dan Walker.
Yeah, it's Dan Walker, yeah. Something that anyone could pick up from online.
Very much a publicity shot, yeah.
Very much so.
Yeah, yeah.
So I read it.
Yeah.
And then I don't reply to it.
Right.
Because I'm thinking James Robinson.
Ah.
And now I'm still thinking James Robinson.
What time was this sent?
This was just after the show.
Right, okay.
Okay.
So you talked about the fact that Dan Walker doesn't like you because you're a woman.
Yeah.
And then Dan Walker has messaged you. And what did this Dan Walker say?
Well, I'm still not sure if it's Dan.
Right.
What does he say? Or this person say?
Okay. Oh, God. Morning, Dan Walker, your photocopying friend here.
Oh.
Laughing, crying emojis.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Quite out of character of Dan, I think, but therefore I don't know him, of course. Hope you're okay. I've had 2 mates tell me off for being rude to you this morning.
Oh, no.
Oh.
I'm so sorry. Are you sure it was me?
Well, I think we'd know Dan Walker, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
It was you.
Yeah, he was banging on about football and classical music.
Yeah.
Just listen back to it with Mrs. W. Very funny. I can occasionally be quite nice. I will treat you to a post-show coffee one day and we can plan your trick assault. Have a lovely weekend. The photocopier.
Oh.
The photocopier?
The photocopier.
Oh, that's what Dan calls himself.
Yeah.
Because that's what he was doing when he blanked you.
It's like a little joke.
Yeah.
So
that's a number you don't know, and the photo is just like a press photo, a publicity picture of Dan Walker.
Yeah.
So I wonder, is it Dan Walker then?
Well, because I've worked on this show for so long, my immediate thought was, I ain't replying to that.
Right.
This is James Robinson all over it.
Safety first, yeah.
Is it you, James?
Honestly, it is not me.
Oh.
Well, so I put...
Yeah.
Oh, my
goodness. Sorry, go on.
What?
Go on.
Go on.
Oh, my goodness, Dan.
Yeah.
What did I put?
I was just guessing.
I'm so sorry.
Go on.
It's the sort of thing we love on the show. Exaggerated for comedic effect, of course, aren't we? Hilarious. Anyway, I so hope I haven't embarrassed you. That said, yes to a coffee and Trick Award planning. Haha. Thank you for being so lovely, Pippa.
That's right.
What else did I put?
nice.
That's exactly what you said.
And then what did I put?
P.S.
Yes.
You hate women.
Sorry for the delay. I thought it was the team pranking me.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
He wrote back, no problem and zero embarrassment. It's all good fun all round.
Oh.
He then carried on.
Oh.
Feel free to say anything you like. I had a few years of P. Morgan, not Piers, just P. Morgan,
Okay.
hanging me off on breakfast TV every morning.
Right.
I'm not around next week as I'm flying to America to make a documentary about the death penalty.
See.
I'll contact you when I'm back for a brew.
There you go. Lovely. So just to clarify, he said you can say what you want about him.
Yeah, feel free
And
to
he
say
wrote
it.
that. So that
Yeah.
means
Yeah.
we can say what we want about Dan Walker because Dan said you can say what you want
Yeah.
about him. That's great.
That's nice. Did you put a kiss in that?
Yes, I did.
Gosh.
At the end of the Pippa bit, not at the end of the PS, because that would be
You
madness.
put Pippa, kiss, and then P.S.
Yeah.
So it's on my phone.
Yeah. You've got it on your phone.
Yeah, because it's my mate's number.
Do I quickly fix it? Is it actually?
What?
Is it your mate's number?
Huh?
What? Who said that? Yeah.
Now,
So-
would you like it to be the real Dan Walker, or would you prefer it if it was one of us just messing around with you?
It's a very good question, Chris. Very good question. But I think at this stage, I'm now hoping it's Dan because I've certainly replied to him as if it's Dan.
Yeah, you have,
I was dubious at first.
Yeah, took a
But
while.
just his messaging, telling me where he's flown to America now.
To
How
do a
would you know
documentary
that?
about the death penalty.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we know he's not in today because we saw Aled Jones today. Who
Oh, okay.
confirmed
That's
it.
easy. Just look on the website and just double check.
But we spoke to Aled today. And
Right.
he said, "Oh, I'm here."
Yeah, but I
because-
was saying if that was me faking that,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would just I would go. I probably would have written "See you Monday" and then go, "Oh no, let me just double check."
Yeah.
Oh, he's not actually on.
But if you'd done that,
I'll make something up. What's ridiculous? I'm in America doing a documentary about the death penalty.
I mean, it's a very. It probably isn't coming across, but the point of it is that the whole thing's highly embarrassing. That's the bet that was supposed to be the crux of it.
Well, it is.
So did he hear it then?
No, two of his friends heard it.
Oh, right, that'll be Ed.
Ed.
That'll be his mate Ed in
Ed.
Thirsk.
Ed.
Yeah, Dan was best man at his wedding.
Oh, was he?
He's a massive fan of Radio X.
All right.
Yeah, I know this because
How do you know that?
Dan Walker messes me on Saturday morning as well.
Let me see his thumbnail on your phone, please.
It's exactly the same. So Dan did hear it.
He listened back to it with Mrs. W.
He did absolutely do that. But yeah, so he was listening.
Okay.
My Radio X obsessed mate has commented to say he's disappointed I ignored Pippa at the photocopier. Please tell her I think she's great. Have a good one. The Trick Award is in the bag. And I replied saying, morning, Dan. For legal reasons, you don't need to listen back to the link. Your mate can assure you nothing defamatory was said. Have a nice weekend.
Have a nice. Bye-bye.
And he said, yeah, it's Ed in Thirsk. He listens to us every day. I was best man at his wedding, and he hates Classic FM.
Good morning, Ed.
Morning.
Good morning, Ed.
We were never moved about Dan. Well, I wasn't.
Ed, can't believe you're friends with Dan Walker. I don't know if you've heard about him, but apparently he hates women.
Radio X. The Chris Moyles Show.